Dating has become much more complicated than what it once was. One of the biggest confusions couples report is when to ask their partner, "What are we?"
Relationship expert Love McPherson is here to answer that question and more with her new book titled, "What Are We? The 5 Stages of Dating." Good morning, Love. Great to have you back.
I nailed that intro.
It's so good to be home.
And for those who don't know, Love, you have been married for how long?
40 years.
40 years. So this lady knows a thing or two about how to keep things going.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
and I should say, Mrs. Robin,
Oh,
good to see you.
yes, very happy. So we'll chat about that later.
Okay.
For people who are wondering about these 5 stages, the first one is just attraction, but are there people that you're always attracted to and you should try and make sure if you want a long term you should be attracted to other people?
You know, that is such a good question, and I address it in these books because what happens is a lot of times we will attract ourselves to familiarity and things that are similar to us. So we will have even trauma bonds that we're attracted to. So we have to understand how we attract, and we talk about 7 ways unconsciously that we attract to each other. So it's something that you want, even down to if you're in a gym and you're doing high energy physical workout and things like that, your body will tell you, because it's dropping oxytocin inside of you, so it'll feel a bonding. You might meet somebody at the gym and think that you had a better time with them and you're more bonded with them than
That's why you stay out of the gym.
Yeah.
Love, I mean, come on. There we go.
So then after the initial attraction, of course, in the question of your book, what are we? How do you decide, when the relationship should continue?
So after you go on the first date, you have to decide, okay, I don't ever want to see this person again, or I will continue. But once you continue, you are dating, but not exclusively. And that's really important because this is a little hairy type of a stage, because sometimes people will want exclusivity when they're not exclusive. So there's over hundreds of questions you ask and talk about and discuss, because people aren't really afraid of dating. What they're afraid of is breakup, because 70% of people are going to break up at least 3 times in their dating world. And if you're under 30, 90% chance of your breakup, and it takes about 3.5 to 6 months to recover, and it's very painful. So you want to make sure that you don't go more quickly than you need to.
Now, if you do go to that exclusive stage, should you be looking for red flags at that point?
Both red flags and green flags.
What's a green flag?
Green flags are things like they have integrity, they're honest, they are faithful and loyal. Because if you only focus on the red flags, you'll be super critical and a flaw finder. But you want to look at some of the positives as well. But keep your eyes on both.
All right. And then after that, you move to the 4th stage, is getting engaged, and it's more about planning the wedding.
Well, no, it's actually planning the wedding is just a piece of it.
Right.
You should be planning your marriage.
Oh.
And so planning your marriage requires that you get to know your spouse in particular. Like you tailor like a love manual, which is what I offer also, a workshop, like an e-workbook that you can actually download too. And the e-workbook gives you all of the different things like learning their love language, learning their apology language, sex agreements, and all kind of things like that. It's their personality type. You learn all of that about your mate so that you'll understand why they are responding the way they're responding, and you just study them and know them.
And you also write about how it's important to continue to date even after you've been married.
And that's why this book is for Robin, because after 40 years, my husband and I still date weekly. And if I'm not on the road or we're not busy doing something, and if we are, we make up for that date that week. But it's important because we didn't want to wake up one day with our kids gone and here we are sleeping with a stranger. We wanted to continue to know each other as we continue to have different versions of ourselves as we continue to evolve.
That's great. The book is called What Are We? The 5 Stages of Dating. Love's always got great advice. Can people find you on her website, Love, if they want to ask you questions?
LoveMcPherson.com.
There we go. Good to see you.